Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just What I Am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode they started doing the post B-Stripe quest. So just like the I think it's like the Alliance quest or whatever. Anyway, today we're gonna go and continue. If you hear anything out of the ordinary coming through my microphone, like the purring of a cat or any other freaking noises, it's because a cat is literally like my microphone is resting on top of the cat. She's on my lap and I really wish that she could like be underneath my desk, but she can't. My chair is too high for that. My desk is too low for that. So don't do that. There we go. Anyway. What oh my god. Stop. If you're gonna attack me, then you get yeeted. The end. There we go. And this kidnapper you pursue pilots his own personal airship and the Garnet Ironworks this number. That is fascinating and more than a bit frightening. It hardly needs to be said that such a vessel would be beyond the purchasing power of all but the wealthiest Eorzeans. Your quarry, or whoever is paying for his services, likely has nigh limitless riches at his disposal. But have faith, Lynn, some of the most capable men in the employ of Highwind Skyways are tracking the rogue vessel as we speak. Whoever is behind his abductions, his identity will not remain a secret much longer. I've arranged for Advisor Coulson to meet you at the airship landing in Ul'dah. Whatever knowledge my colleagues have gleaned in the meantime, it will be yours. Your foe is blacked by the power of coin, but you have something much stronger on your side, the power of justice. Safe travels, and may you serve that beastman napping scoundrel his due. Right, and now we get to go back to Ul'dah. Over to the airship landing. You. Ah, it is a pleasure to see you again, lass. Master Tataramu told me you would be coming. I am pleased to inform you that we were able to retrieve the records requested by the young master with a minimum of trouble. I have taken the liberty of compiling the relevant findings. Yes, the Garland Ironworks model 1569 second. According to the records, only 4 were ever produced. A shame, really, it was a marvel of airship design. Unfortunately, unrelenting attacks from Garlean forces that year made for less than ideal manufacturing conditions. But I digress. At the time, 2 of the vessels were purchased by the Sultanate, while the other 2 entered Highwind Skyway's own fleet. Of our 2 vessels, 1 remains in operation to this day, but the other, this is where the records take an odd turn. The records claim that it was decommissioned after suffering extensive damages, then sold off to a trading company known as the Laughing Alchemists. As the ship was heavily damaged, it was sold under the condition that it would be stripped for parts. Yet this was but a verbal agreement. We have no proof that the Laughing Alchemist carried out their end of the bargain. Service with a smile and prices so low, the traders will be laughing their heads off. Seek out the Laughing Alchemist for a hilariously good deal. Such are their words. I cannot be certain, but there is something about this transaction that does not sit well with me. The fugitive have been sighted in the vicinity of Emerald Avenue. Bloody hell, seal the gates and block off all the entrances to the hustling strip. I don't want to see either of your ugly faces until the beast is in chains. Sir, yes, sir. What's this? A fugitive in the streets? You there, we've received reports that a beastman has breached the city gates and prowls the streets thirsting for blood. All civilians are encouraged to seek shelters seek shelter indoors until we bring the fugitive to justice. Venture outside at your own peril. A beastman rampaging unchecked within the city walls. That is a frightful prospect indeed. In any event, I have shared all that I have to share, and should be returning to my duties. Pray give the young master my regards, and tell him I would be most interested in having a look at that new airship of yours. Right, search for the escaped beastman. Ruby Road Exchange. Where is Ali Alboga? Where are you? You little beastie bugger. There he is. Have I been found at last? It gives me no pleasure to crush the life from your bones, but you leave me no choice. Say farewell to your loved ones. Slavery incur, for your next breath shall be your... Do my eyes see true? Yes, they do, honored ally. I am beside myself with joy at this fated reunion. Do not look so perplexed. It is I, your brother and comrade in arms, Yad of Ga. I can see the doubts in your eyes. You wonder what brings me so far from the Ring of Ash. I can assure you that I meant no harm to your kind. This I swear. Far from it. No, it is my own brothers that are in danger. Mere hatchlings stolen from us by a faceless foe. A sniveling cur too cowardly to meet us on the field of battle. I pursued him here to Ul'dah, and this was my mistake. No sooner did I arrive than did they call me fugitive, criminal, or worse. They claim I visit violence on innocents, when in truth I have not hurt a flea. But they will not listen to reason, and I have no means to escape. Ah, find no recourse but to become the murderer that they would have me be. No, you must not say such things. But who are you to tell me so? It seems you've been busy since we last met, Lyn. Do not worry for me, my wounds have healed. I cannot tell you who I am, only that I am a friend. You have no desire to harm innocents, this I know. You must follow me, I know a way out of the city walls. Though we have just met, I sense honesty and courage in your words. I will follow you, do not lead me astray. The Fates have reunited us for a reason, honored ally. There can be no doubt of it. The war leader awaits you at the Ring of Ash. Pray honor us with your presence again. To the Ring of Ash. To go and talk with a lizard bro. And Mikote girl. This is the Brother of Ash. They go to war with their fellow Amalja because they're nice. I don't know. Honored ally, the fates smile on us today. You return to the Ring of Ash from afar, and we are stronger for your presence. I have heard from Yad of Ga how you and your friend saved his life in Ul'dah. I fear that the fault in sending him to such unwelcoming environs was my own. The Brotherhood is in your debt once more. When the threat of our mortal foe, the Flame Fangs, was quenched by your hand, Zunrak regained a measure of peace, and yet I believe that these halcyon days were short-lived. Not days ago, an uninvited guest came to the Ring of Ash from the skies, bearing a fearsome blade and ill intentions, fighting with a fury that belied his slight frame. He quickly subdued the strongest of our kin and absconded with a bevy of hatchlings. The shame, the dishonor, have the proud Amalja fallen so far that they allow their young to be stolen from them like a sack of popodos? My kin are shocked and ashamed by this loss. But here we are still Amalja. Unlike Ifrit's adult slaves, we have not forgotten how to fight for ourselves. The Brotherhood of Ash are warriors, and warriors do not abandon their sons. Yad of God tells me that you too pursue this same man. Join us in battle once more, honored ally, that the craven whelp will answer for his dishonorable acts, and feel the rage of 1,000 fists crushing his bones into dust. We of the Brotherhood devote our lives to the pursuit of a true martial perfection, as you well know. Yet is it enough for a single Amalja to achieve the limits of his strength? No, the martial prowess we achieve is passed down from father to son, So does our strength grow through generations. Those that follow reaching heights of puissance their forefathers never knew. This sniveling cur that would break this chain does us the ultimate dishonor. He will answer for the abduction of our young, and he will answer in blood. Honored ally, you and Yad of God must go forth and find this wretch. Go forth in courage, and know that when the time comes, your war leader will fight at your side, and our strength will be as one, a towering fist of rage to crush the life from our foe. Okay. Honored ally, I am in your debt. The Ul'dah's hatred for our kind runs even deeper than I imagined. Had the Brass Blades found me before you and your friend did, I fear I would have been forced to do terrible things. You have spoken with the war leader. Every moment a hatchling remains in their abductor's clutches, our dishonor grows. We must take the fight to him, and do so with speed, and yet we know not where he has fled. But perhaps your enigmatic friend does, for she has left you a message. She would speak with you in Ul'dah, where I fear my kind are not welcome. You will go and hear her tale, yes? And here I thought you one of us, Lyn. Running off without so much as a word, is this how you treat a friend, an ally? Your ancestors would turn in their graves. I overheard your talk with the War Raider. You pursue a foe the likes of which we have never seen, a man who embodies the essence of martial perfection for which we strive. Only a fool would pursue him alone. On my honor as a warrior of the Brotherhood of Ash, I, Lunga, would face him with you. But what is this madness, Lunga? The fiercest of our kin were bested easily by this man. If he has reached the peak of martial perfection, you have only begun your journey up the mountain. And how will I ever reach my potential save by trying my skill against a worthy foe? Besides, Lyn travels to Ul'dah, does she not? You said it yourself. You would not be welcome there, but I, Amalja within, but Mikote without, can move freely amongst its people. I will hear no further challenges. Let us be off, Lyn. This foray into the heart of civilization puts me ill at ease, but no matter. The battle that awaits us stirs the passion deep within my soul. Lunga's passion I will not deny, but her wisdom is often lacking. The war leader would not be pleased to hear of her true intentions. I shall devise a suitable justification for her absence. Still, when that one has steeled her wheel, few, if any, in the Brotherhood can stop her. See that she does not come to harm, honored ally. Your friend awaits you at the Gate of Nod. The Gate of Nod. Good old Sylvie. Delicious Mountain. That's a name and a half. And actually thematically accurate to a rogue in the name. Anyway. You come and you bring a strong ally. This is inspiriting indeed. The Sylphs, the Sahagan, the Kobolds, the Ixal, and Nadia Amalja, our best efforts could not thwart the tragedy that strikes at each of Eorge's beast tribes. And yet, all is not lost. For with each heinous act, the shadow that conceals our villain is lifted. Naza Jab, the Ebon Claw, the Laughing Alchemists, the mastermind behind this dark plot will elude us no longer. But first then, there is something I must tell you, and someone you must meet. When you're ready, come to the Gate of Thal. The Gate of Thal. Maybe I can just do this, yeah. Yes. Yes. I beheld Satan as he fell from heaven like lightning. Don't even listen to me. Then doubtless you wonder what this place is, who I am. Finally the time has come that I may tell you. Allow me to welcome you to the head offices of the Ash Crown Consortium, Eorge's greatest purveyor of all things crystal. Oh, it's a lot of fun. I have the pleasure of being Shanga Mesanga, chairman and president of said consortium, and I have the honor of making your acquaintance. 'Tis rare that I am so blessed as to meet a like-minded soul. Our dear Sylvie has told us all about your efforts to build trust and goodwill between the Eorzeans and the 5 beast tribes, an admirable aim and one I share. The beastmen may be fearsome of appearance and eccentric in character, but they are truly not so. But are they truly so different from you and I? This is why I founded the consortium. In purchasing crystals from amiable tribes in return for vital resources they require, I am to aid them in becoming self-sufficient. In this way, I hope to foster a lasting friendship between our peoples. It does not hurt that this arrangement has proved quite profitable as well. If I performed these acts simply out of the goodness of my heart, I am like to see my Ul'dah citizenship revoked. All jesting aside, it goes without saying that few in the Sultanate share my fondness for beastmen, and so I keep up appearances as a common trader. I would ask that you keep all that I have told you in the closest of confidence. Forgive me for having kept you in the dark, Lyn. As a humble assistant to Master Shanga, I did not feel it was my place to speak of the consortium's true aims. Yeah, my screen went black for a second. It's been happening lately. I updated my drivers, but nothing's happening. Whatever. A bit too humbled, I say. Though Miss Sylvie joined our ranks only recently, she has shown a remarkable commitment to the ideals we espouse. I consider her amongst the consortium's most valuable members. She has proven particularly capable in the investigating of the beastmen abductions. If you would know the truth, these crimes are nothing new. The consortium has been investigating similar reports from the beast tribes for some time, but to no avail. But over time, they grew more frequent, more bold. I will never forgive them. Never. Lynn, was it? You are a rare woman. One that Sylph, Kobold, Sahagin, Amalja, and Ixal alike will look in the eye and call friend. Far and wide has the Ash Crown Consortium searched, but I believe we have found our champion. Join us, friends, that we might bring this menace who would prey on innocent beastmen to justice. Without you, our cause is lost. We are lost. You will join us, won't you, Lynn? Nod. I thank you. Not long ago, a messenger arrived on behalf of Momodi at the quicksand. It would seem she would speak with you about an important matter. I do not understand all that was spoken, but it matters little. What matters is that we are one step closer to exacting vengeance on our hated foe. Or a hated foe, whatever. Right. Yeah! Momodi. There you are, Lynn. These three have been asking all over for you. It hardens me to see you well, Lynn. I was afraid the kidnapper had stowed you away on an airship somewhere. Lieutenant Skateswin's on a maelstrom reporting for duty. I meant to bring Gegu along, but he gave me some excuse about having lost his walking shoes. Fucking, I'm having issues reading. It's also the first time since I've recorded like properly recorded for a long time. Like, properly recorded for a long time. My god, that's actually really difficult to say. Anyway, it's been a while, that's all I'm saying. A pleasure to see you again, good madam. Thinking that my academic expertise might avail you in your search for a kidnapper, I decided to make a trip to Ul'dah. ffXIV and the others danced wildly when I told them I might not return to Little Solace. I fear the overwhelming sorrow and loss of my departure has driven the poor things to madness, and yet I knew it was my calling to join you. These two will join us in battle adventure? Such allies are welcome indeed, though we might do without the skinny fellow with the spectacles. Since we last met, I did my own research into the Laughing Alchemist of whom Advisor Coulson spoke. Sadly, reliable information on this organization is not easily come by. What would they stand to gain from a mass abduction of the realm's beastmen? Their motives are a mystery wrapped in an enigma. As are the current whereabouts of their hired blades. I've got a feeling that whatever they're plotting, we've got precious little time to put a stop to it. Yes, it is clear that time is of the essence. In my estimation, the best course of action would be for us to split up and pursue different angles that might afford us further clues. Would we all be in agreement? I'll pay a visit to the airship landing. By speaking to the deckhands and examining the records, perhaps I can ascertain the destination of Laughing Alchemist's vessel. I heard from my superiors of beastman abductions reported last year. No one thought much of them at the time, but in light of recent events, I reckon they warrant a closer investigation. I have a friend or two at the Alchemist Guild. Perhaps they might be able to shed light on the Laughing Alchemist and their shady dealings. I shall pursue this man they call the Ebon Claw. He is hiding right under my nose. I can smell it and feel it in my bones. Excellent, my friends. Whatever information we come upon, we will share with Lynn here. Now let us get to work. Our beastman friends are counting on us. Momon is just there. Really? I need to talk to all these people. Why? Why would you do this? Meanwhile, my cat just running around like a fucking madman. Of course, you two had to be right up there. Ba-da-bum, ba-bum. There you are, Lynn. You'll be happy to hear that I was able to acquire the records of all reported cases of beastman disappearances over the past year. How, you asked? Let's just say that Skateswin has more than a few friends, and not all of them are as worthless as Gego and his sorry lot. Anyway, here's one case that caught my eye. Dated 6 moons ago or thereabout, an 100-odd sylph corpses unearthed in northern Thailand because of death and none. At the bodies belonged to Uldan citizens, you can bet your bottom guild this story would have graced the front page of the Mr. Lie. But beastmen? I doubt they turned hostile and were dispatched by some well-meaning adventurer, or so was the reason at the time. But recent events put this incident in a whole new light. Sylphs in Thailand? Aye, that's more than a mite suspicious. As was the state of the bodies, not a single external wound. Poison, perhaps? I'm awaiting of inquiry, but I'd wager there's more than a passing connection between this and the recent beastmen abductions. We'll just have to see what clues the others turn up and work from there. Lynn, through the twisted, tortuous streets of this city, I've tracked our quarry, and at long last I have found his lair. Within the garish chambers of this place, the Platinum Mirage, the craven curse slumbers, using his misbegotten riches to shelter himself from our vengeance. I demanded entrance so that I may meet the fiend in single combat, but that fool child over there at the god refused my entry. We cannot confirm your membership without looking upon your face, my lady, she said. Do come back when you have removed that ridiculous costume and have dressed a bit more formally. Costume? This battle mask is a symbol of my rebirth and resolve. It represents my transformation into an Amalja soldier, ever strong and proud. I would die before removing it from my face for so petty a reason. Besides, these are the only garments I own. Well, Lynn, you're more familiar with civilized life than I. How might I best approach this? She just turns around. Lynn is just like, later. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Ba-da-bum. Right, to the Alchemist's Guild. The Alchemist Guild, yeah. Anyway, hi. Oh, adventurer, I was wondering when you might show up. I've been perusing the pages of the guild ledger for all purchases made by the Laughing Alchemists. Quite an assortment of rare and curious ingredients, I must say. 80 hunks of rotted void-sent flesh, 20 bulbs of their Narcissus Phantasmus, 50 pounds of lost soul entrails. As much as this may shock you, friend, the alchemical arts falls somewhat outside my otherwise extensive area of expertise. An alchemist acquaintance of mine, however, informed me that the sale of such items on the open market is strictly prohibited. As he told it, they have been known to be employed in the practice of certain forbidden arts, the precise nature of which he seemed unwilling to relate in detail. Forbidden arts, Elder Frixio forbade me from ever adorning myself in chocobo feathers again, by the gods. Have the Laughing Alchemist devised an elixir to turn beastmen into beast birds? If so, I dare say we have a crisis of colossal proportion on our hands. This dude is so stupid. Right, air surrounding. It couldn't have come at a better time. I was just perusing the arrival and departure records, and sure enough, a series of entries quickly caught my eye. To wit, numerous requests for emergency landing clearance for a vessel registered to one Meberiga, chairman of the Laughing Alchemists. These entries, to grow more frequent over the past 6 moons or so, corresponding precisely with the recent outbreak of beastman abductions. Meberiga, I've heard that name before, and heard things I would rather forget. A man of great wealth, few can or are willing to say how he came by his fortunes. Some rumors say he deals in black market weapons, some suggest far worse, in some circles they even call him the Deathmonger. I think we can safely say that we found the man pulling the strings behind these beastman abductions. But 2 questions remain. To what end, and where might we find them? Our friends have finished their investigations as well? Splendid. Let us return to the Ashcombe Consortium offices and plot our next course of action. Right, back to the Gate of Sol. Reborn exchange. Run, Lynn, run! Mimi gun. Lynn, the others have yet to return, but I fear our time grows short. Did they share with you their findings? I see. All signs point to the laughing alchemist and the chairman, Master Bemeriga, as being the mastermind behind these terrible crimes. What's more, he has been involved in shady dealings with the Alchemist's Guild, procuring various prohibited substances known to be used in forbidden arts. In a seemingly unrelated event, the corpses of countless sylphs were unearthed in Thanland 6 months ago, dead most likely from poison. Since that day, beastman abductions have been reported with increasing regularity across the realm. I hoped against hope that it would not come to this, but the evidence is overwhelming. Yes, they call the man the Deathmonger. It would seem he has decided to truly earn the name. Necromancy, Lin. The man has a mind to raise an undead army born from the souls of our beastman friends. We must find him at once and put a stop to this madness. You say this, that his hired blade has taken up lodgings at the Platinum Mirage? Fortunately for us, Master Shanga is a member of the highest of standing. He should have no doubt securing entrance for us, which leaves only the matter of Lunga and the dress code. I know not if this will meet your friend's liking, but it should serve its purpose just the same. I shall be along in due time. Nazarjab, you will pay for your crimes against my loved ones. Oh, Lunga. Elegant dress for Lunga. How is she going to deal with that, huh? Then, I've been keeping close watch on the entrance to this place. The craven cur has yet to show his face. I suspect that he still cowers within the comforts of his chambers. Did you speak with Sylvie? Was she able to secure us passage within? The battle calls me, adventure. I can contain my rage no longer. No expense was spared in the making of this luxurious garment. What are these flimsy rags, and why do you show them to me? You must. Surely you jest, Lin. I am a warrior of the Amalja. I would sooner see the flesh rent from my bones than clothe myself in these soft, supple fabrics. I truly must wear them? Many moons have I lived, yet never have I suffered such dishonor. Were the lives of my brothers not at stake, I would rent these rags in my hands and leave this dreadful place in an instant. Very well, adventure. I will wear these coward's tatters, but you must swear on your life that none back at home shall hear word of this madness. Must you gape at me so, as if my shame did not cut me deep enough already? There had best not be anything else. There is something else, isn't there? You cannot possibly mean my face. This battle mask was bestowed to me by the war leader himself. It is a symbol of my passion and pride. It marks me as a brother of Ash. You may just as well ask me to rip the very flesh off my face. On this I shall not yield. The battle mask stays. God, the shame, the indignity. Forgive me, war leader. It is for the lives of my brothers, for vengeance against our foe, and for the pursuit of martial perfection that I subject myself to this dishonor. You are a friend, but say one word and it will be your last. Now let us go. Our fated battle with a mortal foe awaits us. Or awaits within. Whatever. I've never seen anything like this. There's a veritable palace. Why? I still wonder to this day why. Anyway, don't look now. I do not recalling... I do not recalling... Yes. No. I do not recall summoning whores. Oldan customs are so crude. Silence, fiend. You will pay for your crimes. Such strength. Nasajab, we have uncovered your master's dark plot. The Deathmonger would slay beastmen en masse and raise an army of the dead, and you lend your strength to this heinous crime. Oh, that nonsense? Yes? Now that you mention it, I do believe that that was his silly little plot. Have you come here to stop me? Nonsense? Silly? Is the mass murder of thousands of innocent beastmen so humorous to you? I know your type too well. You see beastmen as little more than feral savages. I do? Well, this is quite a surprise. I've always strived to maintain equal disdain for all beings weaker than myself. That would be everyone, in case you haven't been paying attention. If Master Memoriga would raise an army of zombie beastmen and conquer the realm, he can have it. I seek one thing and one thing alone. An equal. An equal? I have traveled the realm 100 times over and crossed blades with the greatest warriors Eorzea has known, and yet none, not a one, can match my powers. No, it is not for fame, not for riches, not for glory I fight. For once, just once, I would know the thrill, the passion of facing a worthy opponent, or a worthy foe on the field of battle, that's the same. To smell the sweet stench of my impending death before emerging triumphant, as I have always done. You would see thousands of innocents die just to satisfy your depraved thirst for thrills? If anyone here should be called beast, it's you. My poor misguided little girl. Death is but the blissful terminus of the lives of the weak. Come, and I shall show you its sweet embrace. When my friends vanished 6 moons ago, I asked myself why. What had they done to deserve such a fate? With the help of Lynn and her friends, I began to put the pieces together. Beastmen, you, Memoriga, would raise a legion of the undead, a limitless supply of deathless warriors that he could auction off to the highest bidder. Why, it's a veritable license to mint gil. But where would he find his dead? Exhuming the bodies of Eorzeans would quickly attract unwanted attention, but beastmen, seen by so many as a scourge to the realm, yes, who would miss a beastman or two? Or 200? Or 2,000? Brava, brava, spoken with such passion. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were a beastman yourself. Aye, this one, you clawed one, killed this one's friends. This one will have revenge. Are my eyes to be believed? Answer me, Cloud One. Where is Master One? Where can this one find this one's friends? I could tell you, but I don't think Master Memoriga would be too pleased. And he is rather generous with his coin, you see. Whatever the Deathmonger is paying you, we'll double it. No, we'll triple it. Would you prefer your payment in gil, jewels, and gemstones, perhaps? This is no mere idle bluff. I swear it on the name of my father, chairman of Highwind Skyways. Maybe you've heard of them? Gwahahaha, gwahahaha. You speak madness, but this is my kind of madness. Perhaps I have found worthy rivals after all. Master Memoriga set forth for the Invisible City, Doubtless the experiments have already begun. Good heavens. So the poor beastmen are being transformed into chocobos as we speak? We must stop them. That is all I will say. Your offer is tempting, little man, but I have riches enough to last a lifetime. If you would face my blade, however, your presence is more than welcome. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. And this one will be your last. Yes, yes, that's the spirit. I expect nothing less than a bloody feast for the soul and senses. Do not try to disappoint me now. I believe our business is done here. Let us leave this place. Is there more cutscene? No. Yes? I have no idea. Yes. Forgive me, Lynn. This is the second time I have deceived you. No. This one is a sylph of Little Solace. This one's true name is Silbexio. The Walking One, Sylvie, is a creation of this one's skin-changing magics. This one learned the ways and words of the Walking Ones. This one would walk among the Walking Ones and talk as Walking Ones talk, that these ones and Walking Ones might grow to understand each other. Others felt as this one did. Together, these ones left Little Solace behind, seeking out the cities of Walking Ones. But these ones' journey was cut short. Laughing Ones saw through these ones' disguises. These ones were ambushed in Thanalan. The Sylphs slain in Thanalan. Gods, you were one of them. Yes, this one escaped, but others were not so fortunate. It was then that this one made a vow. This one would bring Laughing One to justice. This one assumed the form of a Walking One Sylvie. Of Walking One Sylvie, whatever. Came to this place and befriended kindly one Master Shanga. Master Shanga is kindly one, but Master Shanga is still Walking One. This one was afraid to reveal this one's true face, so this one toiled in secret, pursuing Claude One at every turn. The acts of these vile men would throw a spanner into all our efforts in building trust with the beastmen. Let us hurry to the Invisible City and put an end to their plot once and for all. The Invisible City, a desolate place home to naught but the lost souls of ages past. Why ever would this Memoriga choose such a remote place to work his dark magics? That is a ghost town on the outskirts of civilization is exactly what the Laughing Alchemist had in mind. Why, just think of what would happen if something went awry with the experiments. An army of undead beast chocobos running amok in plain view of the populace? There would be panic. Yes, that sounds about right. At any rate, the time for talking is through. It's time for action. We will inform the leaders of each of the respective beast tribe settlements. Lynn, and join you at the Invisible City shortly after. Yes, I've been instructed to give you this. I was told it was an explosive of Sylphic make, enhanced somewhat by one Bago of the 798th Order, and then further modified for optional throwing by Ecotl 9. Think of it as a collaborative effort by all our Beastmen friends. I trust it will serve you well. Now, let us go forth and put an end to Memoriga's mad plot. Daha. To the Invisible City. Fly, Lynn. Fly! Grab your destiny. This one has been waiting for Brave One. Disguises will avail this one a little here. This one will remain in this form and conserve strength for the battle ahead. Walking Ones who guard this place are some of the deadliest swords in the realm, hired by Laughing One at great cost. This will not be an easy fight. Not even for Brave One. Is Brave One ready to do battle? To battle. This one is ever hardened by Brave One's resolve. Quietly now. That Laughing Ones might be caught by surprise. How many times do we have to stir that pot? I'm not paying you by the hour, in case you've forgotten. Forgive me, Master Memorica. It should not be long until the reagents are fully dissolved. Then our preparations will be complete, in theory. What do you mean in theory? I'm not paying you to theorize, I'm paying you to build me an army. Yes, it will not be long now. An army of undead beastmen at my beck and call. The greatest military force realm has ever known. Untold riches. Riches? Riches. No, even the very domination of the realm is within my grasp. Then using her ninja skills to very sneakily enter the thing. Who goes there? Memoriga, this one has come for this one's friends. Well, look who's here, if it isn't that little girl who's been fluttering about the realm, poking her nose into my business. Or did you think you would fool me with your silly little disguises? It matters not, you and your friends are too late. The potion is all but complete, and there will be nothing to stop me. Your laughably precious companions will die, and their souls will serve me for eternity. Bwahaha. But do not mourn their fate, little girl, for you shall join them. Kill them all. And, but do try to be gentle about it. What the? Treacherous fiends, purveyors of villainy, the vengeance of heaven is slow, but certain. You shall answer for your treachery this day. Who is it that dares... Who is this that dares oppose me? I am the flame that quenches the shadow, the fist that crushes villainy. I am the war leader of the Brotherhood of Ash, Hamujga, and my name shall be the last you utter with your dying screams. I am Nuff, the spear from the dark depths, clutched father first and warrior second. Cedral Torlok of Eckhart Line I am. How to count Eckhart Line know not. How to fight Eckhart Line know well. Forfeit your life is. This one is ffXIV, Elder of Little Solace, laughing once crimes against little ones will not be forgiven. Pigman Gigu of the 789th year, and Gigu has forgot his line, slipped his mind, drew a blank, forgot. Nah, what does this do again? Together we are the Beastman Alliance! Yes, the sparks almost took out Gigu's eyes. Burned, blew up, took out an eye. Gigu told Bago to go easy on the saltpeter. Laughing one's days of profiting in other one's misfortunes have come to an end. Return captured ones and surrender at once. Ha! As if a band of bumbling beastmen could stop me. You fools seal your fate. What? And so the stage is set. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. You bested me once, but this time you shall not be so fortunate. Feel my spear, Shorewalker. What are you waiting for, you fool? Kill them! Kill them all! Have you forgotten how much I'm paying you? He's just jumping in the background. Keep your riches, Memoriga. I fight, but not for you. Yes, let hatred and fear consume you. Come at me, let me taste the thrill of battle, and I will treat you to death's sweet embrace. So my screen goes black again. This is the distraction these ones needed. This one will go off and find the captured ones. Brave one must take Scale Bomb and destroy the cauldron. Right. Looks like we're actually doing something. The battle is joined. Apparently. Kaboom! Really? That is all? Wow. Revolution, a new type of weapon, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna blow up this thing. Well, what have you done? That cauldron was made of solid mithril. You have any idea how much I paid for it? 5,600,870,000 gil. You've ruined me! Ruined me! Haha, yes, yes, let your hatred fuel you. Let me taste the rage that burns within you. Thrill me, excite me, delight me. And in return, I shall see your death is all the sweeter. Your overconfidence will be your downfall, Shorewalker. The battle drums pound, calling me to the fray. Blend be your strength, Elder. You sad fool. A magic shield. Now the time is. This you must take. Yes. And here's next a boost, a push, a shove, a boost. This feeling, I grow weak. The world around me grows dark. I... Where do you think you're going? That's my airship, you fool! I shall remember this day, my friends. You have proven yourself worthy rivals, but do not think that you have won. No, I shall return to have my revenge. What's this? Kiku thought his bombs were all gone, used up, depleted, gone. Oh well, here goes nothing. Laughing One's crimes have been reported to the highest authorities by the Ashquam Consortium. This one suggests Laughing One goes quietly. Laughing One's crimes are grave, and riches will not save Laughing One this time. Laughing One will have much time to reflect on one's misdeeds as one rots in jail. My army, my fortune, everything. God. And then we get to talk to somebody else. Oh. All these cutscenes. Brave One. No, Brave Lyn. This one has no words to express the depth of this one's gratitude. Nemexio, Flaxio. Is everyone watching? Laughing Ones are no more. Finally, after so long, everyone can rest in peace. This one has been watching, Silbexio. Yes, watching very closely. Elder One remembers this one. How could this one forget? This one remembers the day Silbexio left the Solace as if it were yesterday. This one's heart was heavy, yet deep down this one knew. If anyone could survive the harsh world outside the forest and build peace with walking ones, it is ffXIV, strong of will and pure of heart. ffXIV was alone for so long, but no longer. Other ones will come. Will welcome ffXIV back to the Solids as a hero to all Sylph-kind. Elder one is too kind. This one is not strong. This one is... Say no more, ffXIV. ffXIV must save strength for the journey home. Brave one. Brave one is friend not only to these ones, but to guild ones, and winged ones, and scaled ones, and furry ones too. It is Brave one that has brought all ones together. This one will always remember this day. This one learned what can be accomplished when ones of all shapes and sizes come together as one. This one is forever in Brave One's depth, whatever. This one would return one last time to the Ashcrown Consortium. Brave One will come too, yes? If I must. Yes, so I can finish off this quest and be done with it. So we can finally finish off a realm reborn. Welcome back, Lynn. I was Sylvie when we first met, and it is as Sylvie I would express my gratitude to you now. When I left Little Solace behind, I was a wide-eyed child, my mind and heart filled with wild fancies. Your people and ours are not so different. We have our differences, but with time and open dialogue, yes, it is only a matter of time before we can all live in harmony. Then my friends were captured, murdered in cold blood by Memoriga's lackeys. I saw the meaningless hurt and hatred directed at beastmen here in Ul'dah. The depths of hatred I felt for your kind. I could not put them into words. Then I met people like Master Shanga and you. I saw man and beastmen working, fighting together for the greater good. Slowly but surely, it all came back to me. It would not be easy, but perhaps my dream could still be achieved. Observing the battle at the Invisible City, I know now more than ever that this is true. The bonds forged today will burn strong, a beacon of hope for all that would look beyond their differences to join their neighbors or their neighbor in the fight for a better tomorrow. I know not if our paths will cross again, but I know this, Eorzea is a better place for your presence. Farewell, Lynn, and thank you. There we go. As we also get the mask. The mask of our cat boy, who is now dead. So now allied, we have like allied for everybody, and your allies have all shaped. You truly are a hero to tribes across the realm. You also get a title. From this achievement, you get the Negotiator. There may be like a couple of items that are available now. I think the things that are now available are like more different types of minions, I think, which you can now buy. Which I may buy at some point, but it's kind of pointless for me, honestly, because I don't really care too much. Anyway, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode of I was playing Final Fantasy XIV, and next episode we are going to go and continue A Realm Reborn. Goodbye.